Welcome to our lesson on algebraic expressions. This is going to be pitched at foundation level for those students who are doing GCSE foundation. So we're going to be looking at the first lesson on algebra. And in this series, I've got all the things you will need to know for those algebraic questions you're going to meet in your GCSE exam. So today we're going to be looking at algebraic expressions, and we're just going to be simplifying expressions, which is something that they really like to do a lot in exam. But before we do that, I'm just going to let you know that I normally do videos on GCSE higher maths, and I also do videos on IGCSE higher maths as well. And today I'm just going to be doing something for foundation students as well. But before we start the lesson, I know some people are wondering what I do, what is my life about and stuff. So just introduce myself. I I am a qualified math and science teacher. I got my qualification, the teaching qualification from the University of Brighton, and I've got master's degree as well from the University of Reading, and I've got bachelor of science degree in the from the University of Nairobi. I'm currently, working as a full-time teacher in a secondary school in the UK. Apart from teaching in a school, I normally also tutor students face to face. I visit houses and I do one-to-one in people's houses where the students are. But I also do online tuition via Skype for those students who are living far away from where I am. I live in Kent in the UK. So in most cases, students live very far from where I live, but they want tuition. So what I normally do is to basically offer online tuition via Skype for them. So if you're interested in online tuition, all you need to do is just to email me. My email address is just in front of you. It's michael.owino1977 at gmail.com. So just email me that so then I can see whether I can fix you in my online tutoring. I do face to face as well, but that will then depend on how far you are. But currently, this is December 2016. I'm really oversubscribed for face to face, so I can't guarantee that. However, I might have some few chances for online tuition if you're far from where I live. So if you just send me an email, and then I might be able to see whether I can basically help you with tuition. And if you're a student who is watching this, you can discuss this with your mom or your dad, about whether you want to be tutored or not. Alternatively, you can just basically watch my videos on the internet, and they're all there free for you to benefit from. Okay, we're gonna move on to our first lesson today on algebra, and we're talking about algebraic expressions. Now, algebraic expressions involves letters that basically stand for numbers. For example, the ones I have in front of you here, I've got A. A can stand for anything. A could stand for how old somebody is. Say, for example, somebody's age. I could have something like B, and B could stand for the number of bananas. And just having a number in front of it just basically tells me how many there are. For example, here I've got 6 Bs. I've got 6 bananas. Okay. So this is an expression. That's an expression. This is an expression. All these ones are basically expressions. So expressions are basically letters that stands for numbers. Okay. Now, before we start simplifying expressions, just gonna remind you quickly that when you have one in front of a letter, you don't normally write it. That basically means that you just have one of that. For example, if I want to write A, don't write one A, just say A. But if I have a number like, for example, 6B, it would basically mean the same as, B 6 times, so 6B. So a number and a letter joined up together would mean that you're timesing them. Expressions are not equations because they don't have equal sign. So expressions don't normally have equal sign. Okay. Expressions can sometimes be simplified by collecting like terms. So like terms contain exactly the same combination of letters. For example, if I have times that I've got A in them, say for example, I've got A there, and I've got another time that has got, say for example, 3A, and another one that has got, for example, negative 10A, or another one that's got half A, or another one that has got 0.6a. All these ones are like terms because they all have a. Okay. If I have a different one, say for example the one that has got b, then these ones will be the same terms likewise because they've got b's in them. Okay, so like terms got the same combination of letters. It doesn't really matter what number is in front of them. Okay, so what we're doing today, we are simplifying long expressions by just collecting like terms. Now look at the first example. Right, so example 1 is a typical question you're going to meet in exam, and they're going to ask you to simplify by collecting like terms. Now to do that, what you need to remember first of all is that for each term you're having, the sign in front of it is what it is. It's what you do with it. For example, this 5p is positive, even though they've not written it, which means I will be adding it. Now, this 2p has got negative in front of it, so I'll be minusing it. And this 4p has got plus in front of it, so I'll be adding it. So if I start with that, I'm going to start with 5p first. I've got 5p, and they're all p's. So what you need to do now is to think about BIDMAS. I've got take away and I've got add. Obviously, with BIDMAS, normally you have to do add first. So start with the 4p, and then all you need to do is to add the 4p there. Once you've added the 4p, then now you can minus the 2p. Okay, so using BIDMAS. Now 5p plus 4p is obviously going to be 9p, and then we take away the 2p. Now if you do that, then the answer is basically going to be 7p. Okay, so that's how to simplify that. Now, you might want to pause the video and try question B. You might want to pause the video and just try question B. Okay, well done. So hope you've tried it. So again, I'm going to have 4a, the 3b is being added, the 1a is being taken away, and the 7b is being taken away. So I'm going to start with the a's first. So I'm going to start with the apples now. I've got 4 apples there. The next apple I'm having is being taken away. So you're going to need to do what? To take away. Okay. Right. When you have two different terms like this, what I normally suggest is if you can do them separately. So you got 4a, take away a, which is going to be 3a, 3 apples. It's not going to be equals to 4, it's going to be equals to 3 apples. Now, once you've done that, then you can then now look at the b's, starting with the positive one. So I've got 3b, which is being added or is just positive. Then they're taking away 7b. Now, when you do 7b, take away when you do 3b, take away 7b, you don't end up with 4b, you end up with negative 4b. Okay. Once you've done that, then you now need to join your answers together. You got the 3 apples and you got away the take away 4b or 4 bananas. So you're going to start with the apples first, which are positive. But as for the bananas, they are negative. So you're going to write minus 4b at the back there. Okay. So that has been simplified. Now remember, you cannot do 3a take away 4b. There's nothing you can do about that because they're different things. Bananas and apples are different, so you can't take away or add them. You leave them separately. Okay, so that's how to simplify this kind of questions. I will now want you to simplify the expressions in question 1 and in question 2 by pausing the video, please. So pause the video and have a go at question 1 and question 2. Okay, well done. So I hope you've tried them. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick 2 questions from section 2. As I assume section 1 is quite easy. So I'm going to pick just 2 questions from section 2. And I might pick, if I pick G, let me pick G, and probably I. So I'm going to do those for you. Right, so again, in G, I've only got Q's. And the Q in front is positive, so I'm just going to write it. Always start with the positive one. And I've got 3Q being taken away and 2Q being taken away. Okay, so you're going to be taking away 3Q. You can do that in bit. So 1Q take away 3Q is equals to negative 2Q if you want. So you can do that in bit first. So good. 1Q take away 3Q is going to be equals to negative 2Q because 1 minus 3 is equals to negative 2Q. Now, then once you've got this negative 2Q, you're going to take away this one. So you're going to say the negative 2q that you had, you're now taking away the other 2q. Okay. Now, if you think about the number line, if you have negative 2 taken away 2, you're going to end up with negative 4. Think about using number line, so negative 4q. Okay. So you add in negative 2, and you're going backwards 2 steps. You're going to end up with negative 4q. So for G, the answer is going to be negative 4q. Okay. Now let's do I quickly. We got same times about just y's all over. You will need to start with the positive ones first. You're going to start with 2y, which is this one. Then the next positive one is going to be 6y. Remember, with BIDMAS, you do the adding first. So you got 6y there. Then you can now bring the minuses. Now the minuses can go in any order. Take away 1y, take away 3y, take away 5y. Let's go. So 2y plus 6y is 8y. Now 8y minus 1 minus 3 minus 5. Think about it. You're taking away 1, taking away 3, I'm taking away 5. All together, you're taking away 9. Okay, because that's 1. 1, 3, 5. They are 9. So you're taking away 9 y's. Okay. Now, 8 take away 9 is not 1. It's negative 1. And it's negative 1 what? Y. You don't need to write 1, as I said earlier. Okay. So that's how to do that. So I'm just going to show you the mark scheme if you just want to mark your work quickly. Just mark your work quickly. Yeah, before we proceed. Okay. Right, so quickly mark your work. Pause the video and just mark your work quickly, please. Okay, I hope you've done well on that. Now let's move to the next section. With the next section, before I just talk about the next section, I just want to tell you one thing, that I'm currently doing the videos for those students who are doing GCSE Maths higher, those who are doing IGCSE Maths higher. I'm also doing GCSE. I'm also doing videos for those students who are doing Foundation Maths in the GCSE. I will also be doing some videos in science, those who are doing GCSE Science. And I'm also going to be doing videos for those students who are doing Key Stage Year 3. So basically Year 7, Year 8, Year 9, Maths videos as well, and Sciences. I'm in the process of doing that. What I'm just going to let you know is that basically to produce these videos, it takes a lot of time, and it also takes a lot of resources in terms of buying the software, in terms of the internet, in terms of opening the website to upload the videos and everything. So it costs quite a lot of money. It costs quite a lot of time. However, I'm just going to be dedicated to providing these videos free of charge. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe or ask you to pay before you can watch them. I'm going to allow you to basically benefit from them freely. However, if you can donate something to my videos, I would be so thankful. If you do donate for me, I'll be so grateful. You can donate anything, any amount, whether it is £1 that you want to donate, so then I can do these videos, whether it is just £2 a month or £2 just one off, or whether it is £10 or £5 off, anything that you want to donate. I'm really going to appreciate that. The way you can donate that is through my bank account, which is just there for you in blue. I bank with NatWest. So that's the account number there. And I've also got the sort code. If you look at the sort code there, everything that you need if you're paying from abroad. So that's my NatWest account, and my name is Michael Wino. So all you need to do is basically just you can just transfer online. So if you have online banking, you can just transfer to that account. Alternatively, you can just walk into a NatWest. If you go to the high street, just walk into NatWest and just give them that account number with how much you want to donate to my account, and I really appreciate that. Once you've donated, I really want you to, if you can, just email me about it, so then I can just send an email just to say thank you so much for donating to this project. If you're a student who is watching this, I'm going to suggest if you can share this with your mom or dad, and just suggest to them if they can be willing to just donate something towards the videos, because I don't want to sell them and I don't want to charge people for using them. I want people to use them freely. However, because they cost a lot of time to produce and a lot of money in terms of resources like software to do them, it will be good if we donate, so then we can keep running with this project. So that's just on the side. Okay, so you can donate anything. Again, you can drop money into Natwis account, just go with this bank account, copy that and then just give it to them with the donation you have. £1 is enough, £2, £5, anything that you want to donate. You can do it regularly or you can just do one off. It's up to you how you're gonna do that. I'd be so grateful if you can do that. Okay. Now let's go back again to what we were doing earlier. Right, I would like you now to pause the video quickly and to have a go at question 3, please. So pause the video and just have a go at question 3. Okay, so hope you tried question 3. What I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to pick question 3i quickly and go over that for you. Now, I said earlier that if you have different terms, for example, the B's and the C's, start with one letter first. I've got 4B here and I've got another B here, but this B is being taken away. So you're going to do 4B minus 1B. So 4 minus 1 is going to be 3B, so 3 bananas. When you do the bananas, then you can now do the C's, these ones here. Okay, they could be cherry or something. And start with the positive one. I've got 8 cherries and they are taking away 5 cherries. Okay, so if you look at that, it's got 8C there and I've got negative 5C there. So 8 take away 5 is going to be 3C. Now once you got your answer to that and answer to this, then you join them up using plus if there is no negative. So we've got 3B there plus 3C. They're both positive, so you just add them like that and you leave it like that. Okay. So hope that was useful. Right, so just wanted to very quickly mark your work with the answers at the bottom there. So just pause the video and then mark your work quickly with the answers that are there. Okay, hope you've done well on that one. Let's move on to the next part, the last bit, very quickly. Okay. Actually, it's done. We just done that part. So what I'm going to do now in the next video, we're just going to move on to simplifying more difficult simplifying expressions for you. Before I stop, I spoke earlier about you contributing or donating to this project, so then more videos can be done for GCSE, for IGCSE that you can benefit from. When you donate to me, and I'm so grateful for those who have already donated, I'm going to use part of that donation to basically just do these things that I've listed down here. I'm going to use them towards the softwares and the resources that are necessary to do these videos. I'm going to use that to upgrade the softwares that we're using to do these videos. And I'm going to invest more time into just making more video lessons. Remember, I said these videos cost a lot of time to do them. So with your donation, I'm going to be so much encouraged to just do more and more, because that shows me that really you're benefiting from these things. Okay, so I plan to do GCSE videos, IGCSE, 11 plus as well, math, sciences, A-level physics, and all that that's going to benefit you or your brother or your sister or your friend somewhere. Okay, and with that donation, I can guarantee that I'm going to keep these videos very free of charge, completely free of charge. So whatever you donate to me, I will be using part of that just towards this one. Okay, thank you so much for today, and I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Well done.